How did you guys save President Trump? And I want to hear from you about your opinion on the future of North Korea and South Korea.
So, my understanding of the wiretap situation was that necessarily directly involved last night. I was more focused on the North Korean threat. But my understanding of it is that without telling the rest of the committee, the North Korea Information Department wiretapped whom we suspected as a traitor, the Overseas Strategy Department. As a result of these wiretaps, it was determined that the Overseas Strategy Department had been the one to cut off communications off last night and also knew the whereabouts of President Chung, which was then used to find, locate, and bring him back. He is pushing for aggressive punishment against him, the Overseas Strategy Department, but it's unclear whether or not the committee will go for it, and it's also unclear whether it's necessary, whether it's retroactive, or whether it will limit anything in the future.
Okay, so is the Overseas Intelligence Department a seat on the board?
Overseas Strategy Department is, yes. It's the man in the red shirt, the glasses. Okay. He is a member of the committee. We did not strip him of his voting rights the last time he was accused of treason. So he is still an active member of the committee. We are working to limit that. Also, in regards to the future of North Korea and South Korea, I think the future lies together. It seems like we are pushing up against a pending military conflict, one that seems to be almost unavoidable. We have already taken all necessary precautions to prepare ourselves for this, and we are ready to go at a moment's notice. However, our personal sentiment would be to avoid war.
Okay. So what would say the possibility of having a war happening in the future?
I think the possibility is very likely. However, with the plans we have implemented and the plans we are ready to pull the trigger on, we are hoping to limit it to a very short conflict or one that is easily resolvable by aid by the United States.
So is President Chen safe now?
President Chen is safe for all we can ascertain. However, we are unsure of his medical condition. They say he is stable, but they have not given us more information. It's unclear whether or not he's actually fit to rule.
And last question, has South Korea identified the attacker of the incident last night?
No, they have not.
And are there any potential suspects?
Obviously, we're going to be suspecting North Korea because they are so active militarily. It could be some sort of ploy to take out our chain of command before a pending invasion. However, it is more likely that it is going to be a communist sympathizing group within South Korea or elements of the ANSP.
Is it related to the riots that has been going on in South Korea recently?
If it is in fact North Korea, then yes, we would assume so. We found multiple communist sympathizing cells with propaganda and with heavy weaponry. This means that it is, or at least in my opinion as the Interkorea Strategy Department, is specifically because North Korea is prepping for an invasion. They would eat us apart, or tear us apart from the inside out. They would have protesters using heavy weaponry against the government. They would have them inciting violence. They would have them inciting anti-government sentiments. And so it could all be a diversion tactic to weaken us and soften us up for a greater invasion.
And finally, what's the priority, order of priority of threats to South Korea right now in terms of your aspect?
On my list?
Yes.
Well, my portfolio deals specifically with North Korea. I think that it is all based in this North Korean threat. I think that cutting the head off the snake, so to speak, and taking out their top leadership would be the most effective way to quell all of this violence. However, it's also necessary for us to take steps that may limit people's rights, but may also increase our ability to combat anti-communist propaganda.
Inside of South Korea.
Inside of South Korea.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Feel free